What is up, everybody, and welcome to Monday Madness. You know, me, Rob, here, bringing the lowdowns. We got Bren over here with all the beautiful content creation. Got the
Yo,
got the beautiful blue and green background representing Warp Point. We are short a member today. Luke is at a wedding enjoying himself, so he taking a little.
having a couple drinks, getting some dances in with his wife.
Oh yeah, you know you gotta enjoy the times when you get them. But we are Warp Point streaming, and you know, for those of you that don't know, we like to bring on a little bit of news. Brendan's normally putting out a couple videos a week on other things, including a couple badass backlog videos that he just put up recently.
Oh yes, as I narcissistically go, hey guys, look at what I can buy, but I don't have time to play.
He also put up a really badass PS4 water cooled, a computer case. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, go check it out on YouTube. A lot of cool stuff that we're.
Real quick, I'm gonna do a PS3.
Ooh.
I've had some PS3 games that I want to play, but 4 and 5 don't do backwards compatibility.
Unfortunately, not.
So, I got one that's just sitting there.
Hell yeah, man.
So
you gonna do a wall build, desk build? What are we talking here?
I'm taking the 4 Pro out of that case. I'm gonna put that in a wall case.
Nice.
Wall mounted case. Because I have some ideas of how I want it to look, and I think you're gonna like it, Rob. I'll go over the plans with you. And then the 3, because it's a 3 slim, that will go in that case.
Hell yeah.
The only downside is I have to figure out how to mount the disc tray to line up where the 4s was.
Oh yeah, ribbon cables and all that.
Yeah, because I already have the front of the case cut for that disc tray.
Yeah.
So
we could always 3D print something.
That's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling. I know I kind of I sidelined us a little bit there.
No, it's all good, all good. So, what are we talking about today, Brent?
All right, sorry. Yeah, I just kind of ruined things. And I messed up. So, we're gonna talk about Kataku. They got a lot going on, big company shifts, a lot of things moving around in that company, and then we're gonna talk Dr. Disrespect, because as a married man, I feel there are a couple things I want to say about his behavior. Rob, I don't know about you.
Yes.
We're going to attempt to make sense of the Boogie 2988 crypto scam that he was currently in. And then to wrap it up, I want to talk about Alanah Pierce and that whole thing because I have some of my own thoughts on it. So,
Yeah. But before we get into that, we got to continue on with the time honored tradition of Bren. What you been up to the past week, bud?
bro, we have had Dawn Trail drop. I've been playing it all week when I can.
Nice.
Of course, I pre-ordered it, so I got the the quoted early access. But we all know pretty much everybody had it who plays the game.
Right.
Um, been going at that pretty much. That's pretty much the only game I've been playing. Um, the wife and I have been watching The Boys and House of the Dragon, but we didn't watch last night's episode. We wanted to get caught up on that.
Bro, best episode of the
And
whole
we started
series.
and we started a new show. Not new. It's been out for a little bit, but it's something we just started. You might be interested in it if you like the show Shameless, Rob.
Yeah.
It's called The Bear.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So The Bear is loosely based on Anthony Bourdain, the chef. It's loosely based on his life.
Really?
Yeah. Loosely. I mean, there's like, obviously a lot of
Yeah.
liberties taken, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's loosely based on his life. Me and Sammy have been talking about watching that too.
Dude, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention though, because
That's on Hulu, right?
yeah, there's a lot of mental things going on that if you don't pay attention, you're kind of confused as to what's going on. I mean, you usually are, but the more you pay attention, the more things kind of start to make sense as to what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
Apparently, the kitchen business is very stressful and mentally draining.
I mean, that's why Anthony Bourdain unalived himself.
Oh, did not know that.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Interesting take. We just finished season 1.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
I know there's a couple of seasons.
we've been talking about starting that, and we were
Worth it.
talking about that be our next one after House of the Dragon is over.
No, you got to do Acolyte. Can you do it?
I think what we're gonna do for Acolyte is wait until it's completely out and just binge it one Sunday. Just completely binge it, get it over with. It's like
Just-
pulling a scab off.
Yeah, just get through the cringe all at one time.
Yeah. I heard that after episode 3 or 4 it picks up and it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll save judgment for when I watch it. I see what a lot of people are saying, but
Yeah.
there's some takes on it that are interesting. Like guys like Asmongold, I don't really agree a whole lot with him on some things. But his take, which was pretty much spot on, was Star Wars was always a male dominated thing.
I mean, he's
And
not
then
wrong.
you just ripped it out and made it a female thing, and you want to get mad that men are upset about it.
Well, I always had a very interesting take on this, and it might be a little bit of a progressive take, but it's my same way that I look at Marvel movies and in comic book movies, period. Who is your core demo?
Men.
Ages 18 to 40, 35, 40, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Like, we'll even say that it's like 23 to 50. Our generation. Because we grew up on comic books. We grew up watching Star Wars. Like, episodes 1, 2, and 3, the prequel trilogy, came out when we were at prime age for it.
Pre-teens.
Yeah.
That was our age. The prequel trilogy came out was we were in our pre-teens.
Right. I mean, and that's right about this. We were teenagers when the first Iron Man came out. So their core demographic is males 18 to 45. That's your key demo. That's who you're going to aim for. That's who you want to make happy because that's who's bringing in all the money. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with, having strong female lead characters and bringing in females and everything like that. Like, I get it.
No, no, there's definitely not. But it's when they strong arm that they are strong, independent women. That's what we've had. That's where the problem has been.
Right.
Because, and your son shared this post that, they say woke, and I mean, this was a while ago, so I'm not going to say that like he's still doing this stuff, but he said, they say woke, but, Toph, when, if they made Avatar: The Last Airbender now, they would say that Toph is the show going woke, and it's like I wanted to tell him, well, no, because she just came on the scene and did her thing,
If anything,
and
Aang was the woke one.
we could clearly see that for a female child being one of the best Earthbenders, like we didn't have to get hit in the face that she was a blind child and a girl.
Right.
And that's what made her such a great earthbender. No, like we could go, holy shit, this little girl's blind and she's an earthbender. Dude, that's badass.
Right.
There's if you just naturally let it roll out and play, we'll pick up on it and we'll give credit where it's due. But if you're gonna smack us in the face with it, that's where we start having problems. And that's the whole thing.
Pushing agendas.
Yeah. Just let it play out. Don't say anything. Just let it play out.
Yeah.
I assure you, we'll pick up on it. But that was like the best example that I could give for it.
Yeah.
Just let it play out naturally. So, but we're getting off topic again, buddy.
It's what we do.
Let me reel us back in. What have you been doing all week?
All right. So started on. Well, we'll go back to the 4th of July because that was this past week. I went and I seen fireworks, but I didn't do anything all day really, other than me and Sammy. We dusted off the PS2, cleaned up the lens, and got it reading discs again. And we played Guitar Hero for like 4 hours.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to play Guitar Hero.
It was Guitar Hero 2. We find out that like I got to take apart the controller because the one spring for the blue button sticking.
Mm-hmm.
Like it still comes out, but it's slow to release, so it's just sticking heavy.
So you're not playing any Freebird with it?
Well, it started to work out a little bit, and if you hit the top of the button, it'll come free. But it's just remembering where to place your hand so that it pops free again. But we did that for a while, and then I booted up Need for Speed Underground 2. And I put about 4 hours into Underground 2, and I was just like, man, this brings me way back. I just had the playlist going, sipping on some Turner's tea, and it's just like this is childhood right here, man.
Bringing back them teen years.
Yeah. And then we played through and we beat Army Men Air Assault.
Wait, is that the Plastic Soldier game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys took it retro all weekend.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was great. So we did that, and then Saturday did the car club car show. And then hung out Sunday. We had a birthday party to go to and came back. And then what we do for House of the Dragon is we go back and we watch last week's episode again, so that like we can look for and pick up on things that like we didn't pick up the first time through.
So you guys just don't do the recap.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of things that like we've picked up on, stuff that like somebody says quietly, and you're just like, oh shit, that makes sense now. And you're like, it was there the whole time. And now like watching it through, you can start to see the foreshadowing coming because you know how the writers write it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything. Like I said, I still think we need a spoiler cast, but man, this week's episode, by far the best House of Dragon episode to date.
Oh, really?
And probably one of the best Game of Thrones series episodes in general.
Huh.
Um, there's a couple that are better. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying it's the best, but I'd put it in my top 5, maybe my top 3 favorite episodes. And
Nice, nice.
again, the first half of this episode starts slow, and it's a slow build up. But then when it lets loose, man, that dam comes free.
Yeah, I'll have to tell Danielle that. It's like I said, we sat down, like getting ready to start season 2.
Yeah,
Danielle's like, I don't know, like I'm kind of just like losing interest, and I'm like, kind of already started it. We gotta push through.
we got to see it through.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but no, dude, like I said, yeah, I would definitely give it one more shot because there's some stuff that happens that you're just gonna be like, oh, oh,
ooh,
oh. But yeah, no.
good, good,
And then yeah, that brings us to now.
nice. Alrighty. So starting out. Oh. So I noticed that you put here in the notes, Rob. There was something you want to talk about with Games Pass.
Yeah, so it released today. Games Pass Ultimate can now be used with a Xbox PlayStation controller that'll link Bluetooth to your Samsung TV and to Fire Stick or Fire TVs. So now you can get Games Pass Ultimate streaming straight to your TV. And I think that that's pretty sweet.
It it does sound sweet, but here, as somebody, dude, let me tell you, because it's something I discovered when Danielle bought the new living room TV when she wanted to redo her living room. Um, it came with the beta for Xbox streaming,
Okay.
Games Pass streaming. Um, we didn't buy a bottom of the barrel Samsung TV. And it's also not like the top tier one either.
Like the one in the man cave.
Well, that's Sony. Um, I don't know if they, because it was still in beta version. I say that with quotations, beta, because it looked like they were running full steam on it with the game. They allowed all games on it pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, I tried Exo Primal on it for a graphically fast-paced game like that. There was a lot of controller lag input. There was a lot of dropped frames, a lot of hitching. Um, and then, of course, because of that, it had to dumb down the graphics to keep up,
Right.
which put it on par with a PS3 game.
That's fair. Now, to be fair,
Not exactly something you want to look at in 2024.
I do know that they said that they did work on a lot of that. Um, and that's why it's only running on the newest version of the Fire Sticks. And it has to be Samsung TVs newer than, I think, 22 and
That's fine.
and Fire TVs 23 because they were trying to leave it open to all of them and it just couldn't, like they couldn't
Well,
backdate it
yeah,
that far.
because let's face it, if they don't, and if they allow it on a smart TV from 2016, like the Samsung one in my bedroom, it'll just be people on social media blasting the hell out of Xbox.
Well, they were saying like how you were having the screen tearing and the frame drop issues and all that. Like they weren't able
Mhm.
to cure that because of them running on two different UI, not UIs, but like graphical interfaces basically.
Processors, yeah.
Yeah.
TVs have processors now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, which is like I said, why it makes sense that they have to make it the newer TVs then, because people will not take that into account.
Right.
That's why I said people will use like the early model smart TVs and then complain that it's not moving smoothly. Well, of course, it's not going to look at when your TV came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's
Now,
be reasonable here.
right? Now, like me personally, a lot of the games that I play on Games Pass are slower turn-based RPGs, really. You know, Sea of Stars and um,
Yeah.
Octopath Traveler, that kind of thing. So I think that I might try and pick up a Fire Stick here. You know, they're like 30, $35. And
Um, for a newer one.
yeah, for brand new.
Okay.
It's the
I
4K.
was gonna say, I played that Metroidvania game,
Oh,
Bloodstain.
yeah, Ritual of the Night.
Yeah,
I like that one too.
that that game moved pretty smoothly. You could tell that that game was more meant for,
Switch.
yeah, because on the larger screens that our living room TV is a 65, and you can tell that the image is stretched a little bit.
Yeah. Um,
So,
but yeah,
but it played smoothly.
I think I might pick up a Fire Stick to try that out.
Cool,
And you know,
awesome.
just because like I honestly, me and her have been talking about picking up like a Series S Xbox just
Mhm.
for Games Pass Ultimate, just to stream. So
You have a cheaper option.
yeah, way cheaper. All right, well that was my little story that I wanted to talk about because I seen it come out today and I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome. All right, now for our favorite company, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, Kotaku.
Kataku.
Now, as we have all seen, if you've been paying attention on social media, Kotaku has been moving. It's said that this is news. It's moving in a different direction. They're trying to move from being political activists to a gaming journalism company, like they,
Or
I
started
guess,
out as.
originally were supposed to be or
Yeah,
started out as. Allow me to trigger myself one more time with
Kataku. No.
they were sent a PS5 before even release, and their reviewer couldn't figure out how to do his fucking job and write a review on the console because he was a political
I was gonna say,
activist.
listen, the political landscape and climate of the world then, like we had so much else going on. How could you just play video games at a time like that?
Easy. That's what gamers do. That's how we cope with real life
I was gonna say,
by playing video games.
we logged a lot of hours.
Oh my god! But Kotaku's editor in chief exited the company because she did not like this new direction that they are heading. Bye, Felicia. As they announce on, as they like to tag on Twitter, this ain't an airport. You don't need to,
Now it's
you
your
don't need to
leaving, your
announce
departure.
yeah, you don't need to, yeah, you don't need to announce your departure.
I like it.
So this article I shared to Rob from GameIndustry.biz. uh, yep, Jen Glennon resigns after 5 months
Yeah.
while the publication deprioritizes news. And I love that I love that he used that for his title. And it's Jeffrey. I'm not even gonna try that last name. He's a staff writer for GameIndustry.biz. Let's think about it for a second.
Ruseu.
While the publication deprioritizes news, Kotaku was meant for gaming, not political activism. I'm
Well,
sorry that you don't like that they wanted video game guides published
I was gonna say
instead.
to be fair, you know that
Okay, I could see them covering political stuff
no, no,
if
no,
it
no. But they're saying,
mixed with gaming news.
you know, their letter of resignation mandated that the game's publication focused on game guides and deprioritizing news. No, it just deprioritized the news that you wanted to report on.
Yes.
Because Tears of the Kingdom is a worthy thing to write about for a game, a gaming site. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to go on the New York Times and write about, Snake Eater Delta being an Xbox only exclusive when it wasn't. But um,
Like I am. Listen, to be fair, Rob,
I know
okay?
it was. It was. I agree.
The Xbox showcase, they only showed the Xbox logo for availability.
Yeah, I know.
That set me off.
But
That's what triggered me.
but she's coming out and she wants to talk about the political landscape and not about actual gaming news. So it's deprioritizing the news that she wanted to report on.
Go work on WAPO.
Yeah.
Go work for the Guardian if that's what you want.
Go pick your source of news that you want to report on and do it.
Yeah. Listen, I get it. None of them were really hiring at the time, and you had bills you needed to pay. But unfortunately, the job that you took, you needed to play the game that they wanted. That's just how the world works, sweet cheeks. So, but to and I thought this was funny. I pulled this up, Rob, and I even shared the link to show it. Geo Media. I don't know if it's still active, but this is their this is registering for their editor in chief
Holy!
position.
I should apply with Indeed.
Do it. Do it. Oh my god, if you get a job at Kataku, dude, it'll be hilarious.
For the editor in chief.
And we will have all the insider info.
I'm moving to New York.
Oh god, good luck with that. Although you will be there for New York Comic Con.
So, 7 years of editorial experience in digital media, including 5 years of experience as an editor in the gaming space. I have that right here, right now. This is my credentials. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Dude,
do it.
A demonstrable passion for gaming. Again, my work speaks for itself. Experience leading a large editorial team. I'd say our editorial team is large. Large is relative. Okay, it depends on who's
yes.
large.
Please define large.
A strong interpersonal and collaborative problem-solving skills. We solve problems on this show every time we go live.
Yes. Yes, we are solving audio and video issues every time we boot up the computers.
Every time. A skilled editor and writer. I mean, I
was going to say you have done writing.
I have published articles. Well organized and with experience managing content calendars. We have a content calendar. I got proof of this stuff.
Yeah, we talk about this stuff all the time.
An ability to juggle a vibrant daily newsroom, many needs with ambitious long-term projects. Bro, I'm working.
I mean, listen, this channel is
the longest term project
of a long-term project. It's somehow we still remain ambitious.
Hey, I think my work speaks for itself. Come on, let's go.
Dude, you better when this show's done, you better hit that apply with Indeed. Come on. This position has a range of 125 of up to 180,000 annually.
Bruh, I'm
Look.
in.
Yeah.
Can I live just outside of New York, like not actually in the city?
And listen, if you want to increase your chances, make sure you put in your resume that you prefer they them.
Wait, well, I thought they got away from that. I thought they moved that.
Listen, if you want to have the best possible.
Oh, let's see if I get hired at Kataku.
Do it.
I'm going to.
Oh my god, dude, do it. Okay, good. But to also show Rob, I have shared a link to their front page. Kataku.com, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way they're actually doing this. They did it. Their whole front page, commentary on games, commentary on TV and movies, articles about retro gaming, with a couple ads sprinkled in here and there. And you scroll down, dude, and it's Nintendo news, and you got industry news,
Futures
gaming
games,
deals, future games.
PlayStation news.
I was like, oh my God, they're actually doing it.
This
Or at
this
least they're just showing it on the front page.
well, they watched Miami Vice, the remake, and I love it. You know, with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. Dude, that
Yeah.
had non-points version of In the Air Tonight.
But I was thoroughly surprised. They actually do have gaming stuff. Now, if you want to get a little more in depth on it, I did check out a couple. I did check out a couple of the articles, one specifically by Alyssa Mercante, and it was her Shadow of the Erd Tree article, and she just had to put in there that she was a victim and she was being attacked by hate mobs, this and that. Listen, you're not fooling anyone, girl. We all saw the giant bomb video where you called people out and told them to come fight you.
Literally.
Physically,
Yeah.
bitch. And then you turned everybody down and you started blocking everybody when they called you out on it. A couple
Digitally.
of the people,
Bitch.
a couple of people, they were actually getting set up to have a ring and everything. I think it was what's his name? The guy that owns Drama Alert.
Oh, why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Yeah, I for some reason I'm drawing a blank on it too, which means obviously I don't really care.
I mean, it's Alyssa Mon. We don't speak her last name.
But he was going to put up the money to stage the whole thing,
Who
and she
owns
refused.
Kataku?
Geo Media. Well, it
Geo.
was originally Gizmodo, and then they merged or were bought by another company, and their name was changed to Geo Media. So, but I wanted to show that. I wanted to make sure I showed that because their page is full. You know what? It's what I would hope one day our website would look like.
Well, I'm just looking at
Full
this,
of games and guides and everything.
and I'm looking at they have a little bar up top.
Okay.
Um, that has Jalopnik, which is a automotive website that I've looked at a couple of times. Kataku, Quartz, which appears to be like the market news,
What do you mean market?
like stocks and the money market.
Oh, okay.
Um, business journalism, and then the Root, which is black news and black views with a whole lot of attitude.
Oh my.
That's literally their tagline.
So you're not appropriating their culture?
No, that's literally the tagline.
Okay. Well, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
you can't see it, but I have it up on screen. um, and then they have the inventory, and its tagline is "It's all consuming," and it's just like deals.
Oh my.
Like they have one for like gaming chairs and stuff. Speaking of gaming chairs, I got something I need to talk to you about. But yeah, so Kotaku shifting its idealisms.
Okay.
So um While we're still on the Kataku, do we want to talk about the Australian branch?
Of course, this is the article we're going to talk about to wrap up the whole Kataku story that we have going on here. Now, I know I pulled this from That Park Place. A lot of, depending on who you talk to, people have problems. Look, one side has a problem with That Park Place. The other side has a problem with other websites like IGN and Kotaku. So, whatever. I try to pull stories from both sides to keep things a little
Right.
regulated. Now, Kotaku's senior editor, Alyssa, lashes out after Kotaku Australia shutdown. I think a shutdown is a little bit much to say on it. I think it was a mass layoff with, of course, like they say always, restructuring and everything.
Right.
But they cut 40 jobs and they ended its licensing deals to publish third-party brands, including Vice, Refinery 29, Gizmodo, Lifehacker, and Kotaku AU branch. But they said these titles will no longer be published in Australia, with the majority of their staff to be let go. I mean, what did you think was going to happen with the shit that these people post and share and do?
Right.
Who's it meant for? Because it never really appealed to gamers. And, and that was supposed to be your core demographic and audience. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the other thing too is if they're not making money off these, then they're just losing money. So of course you're going to sell off the non-money makers, and at worst case, start fresh.
And I mean, really, have you watched some of these life hack videos, dude?
Yes.
Dumbest things ever.
Yes.
You mean to tell me I got to strip off almost a foot of wiring to massively wrap it around and then cover it in hot glue for it to seal up?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, listen, I've got other tools that make it a lot easier. You're not fooling anybody. Although I think the funniest, dude, was they showed 1,000 uses for a condom, and not one of them is what it was meant for.
Well, of course not. You got to repurpose, reuse. It's like Bear Grylls out there in the woods.
Like, it. One of the uses was shoe covers.
Oh yeah.
What are you just buying random Magnum XLs to use as shoe covers?
Yeah.
Come on. I know. It was a joke that didn't really land.
No, neither did their video. So
So, but of course, there's this will have an impact on roles. A change creates, so there will be in contact immediately with those people. Look for opportunities for redeployment. Just the usual wordage that they use for like transitioning and company restructures. No, they hacked everybody.
right.
But there's a tweet here from David Smith. I guess he works at Kataku Australia. Just basically putting the news out there that they're all done.
Yeah.
But of course, Alyssa had to chime in.
Oh, of course.
And then the last two messages, she couldn't help but bash people for it. The internet and the rats infesting it are even crueler, but a reminder. Cheering for good people losing their jobs while men get rich off their labor is morally bankrupt. And BTW, I hate that I even have to say this, but let's stop the reactionary ride before it gains speed. We are not affiliated with Kataku AU. We don't share anything except a love for games and good reporting. Stop. Stop. No. 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 No.
Good
No.
reporting.
A love for games and good reporting.
Good reporting. Yeah, we'll go with good reporting.
Games and good reporting. You had a reviewer who couldn't write a PS5 review before the console was officially released. to the public.
So,
Good reporting.
and even more, like in the her first thread of the tweet, you know, it says that she's sending solidarity and love to the amazing writers at Kataku, Australia, and all the other sites affected. Yeah, what are the other sites? Tell me. She can't. She doesn't know. She doesn't care. You are all
I didn't even bother
stars.
reading. Yeah, sorry, you were continuing on with that. My bad.
You are all stars and deserve better. Capitalism is cruel. Your work remains always. Capitalism is cruel.
Capitalism is the reason you even have a job.
My point exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
In today's day and age, you think people can't research games themselves? You think there aren't smaller publications, like independent people that write their own reviews the same as you do?
Like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a million.
You have a big evil capitalist corporation, which, let's take you back to the Kataku site and the amount of ads that are posted on your website that are the reason that you have a job.
Kataku,
and you want to say capitalism is even.
Kataku literally sued small journalists like us for using the name Kataku in a report.
They sued an indie developer for putting a Kataku review on his website for one of his games.
And every time he said Kataku, it was a $5,000 infraction.
An indie game developer was so happy to have 5-star reviews on his game that he made. Yeah. He started sharing them on his website. And Kataku attacked him for that.
Yeah.
It's not
ridiculous.
It's not capitalism that is cruel.
It's greed.
It is no, there's a certain term that I'm now drawing a blank on. Litigious. Only in America can you sue whoever you want for whatever reason you want. And that's one of them. The company that she works for.
Yeah.
It blows my mind how the most basic of principles fail to fucking reach these people. Capitalism is cruel. As I said before, capitalism is the only reason you have a job at Kataku.
Yeah.
Because as she's admitted, I don't know if she used the exact words to say, but of course she probably changed them. She's a failed cam girl. Yeah. The one profession that has allowed mid girls, and I say mid because not horrible, but not the best either, to live among the 1%ers in the world. Is gassed up mids.
We call that a 10 for 10. Looks like a 10 when you're 10 beers in.
Gassed up mids buying houses with butthole pics or feet pics. I'm done with this useless broad. I'm so aggravated with people like her, man.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit.
No, we're not really switching up gears. Now we're just moving to the other side of it. Now we have a gassed up streamer who completely used his position to take advantage of things. And yes, we are moving on to the story of Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. D. Dick.
So, the tweet that started it all, as I called it, was from Cody Connors. He is a former Twitch employee. And he said that Doc was banned because he was caught messaging a minor in the Twitch whispers, and Twitch knew about it.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on now, because this is weird because he sued Twitch.
Right.
Twitch paid out his contract in full, but there was a no fault. And it's like, am I really that surprised? I mean, look at how poorly ran of a company Twitch is. Once again, another place where gassed up mids can completely dominate by leading teenage boys off site with their parents' credit cards to sign up for things.
Yeah.
And Twitch staff knows it. Dude, what was it, 2 years ago? We covered a girl getting railed by her boyfriend on stream.
Accidentally.
No, it wasn't accidental. Her getting railed wasn't accidental.
No, but the being live was accidental.
No. Being live wasn't accidental because she was streaming. They only got caught because of her reflection in the window.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the details.
I do, because
I bet you do.
As I'm in my mid to late 30s now, I see what people get successful on, and it fucking infuriates me. Because this isn't even about us, dude. Some of the streamer friends that we've made throughout the years, getting into this world, I watch them put three to four times more work into all of their content.
Yeah.
To get passed over.
Yeah.
For crap.
Yeah. I mean,
just straight up crap.
Big shout out to Street Owner, big shout out to Synergy. Both those
Synergy, Phoenix.
All three of them, yeah, really good guys, still pushing hard and still struggling to make it. I mean, I'm not sure how Street's doing. I know Synergy has gotten, a couple of sponsorships here and there, and he's doing decently well. And I know that, oh my God, I don't want to dox him. I keep thinking of his real name. Oh my God. Why am I drawing a blank on this now? You just said his name. Phoenix, yes, Phoenix. That he's doing pretty well. He just had a huge stream, but these guys have been pushing their heart and soul into it just as much as we have, if not more. And
oh no, I'll be the first to admit they've been pushing harder than I have.
And they got little to show for it. They have something, but they don't have a silver YouTube plaque hanging on their wall. They don't have a partnership. They only had affiliate level stuff. And it is frustrating, extremely frustrating. But yeah, if you guys are ever bored on Twitch, you can go check out Phoenix. I can't remember his full name. El Phoenix?
I think it's like El Jefe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Street Owner and Synergy.
Street Owner, Synergy.
Yeah.
Street Owner is really good at... I've watched some of his stuff, and he's very good at...
huge into Halo.
PvP.
Yeah, huge into Halo.
He does pretty good with that. Synergy does... I don't know if he's still doing...
he does a lot of variety streaming. He does everything from Valorant. He does...
what's
Apex.
The one that we... Apex.
Yeah.
I know he was doing Apex for a while, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, back on top.
Back to Dr. D.
Yeah. Dr. D. Cody Connors dropped the ball. He didn't even say the name. He didn't even say Doc's name, but we all
didn't have to.
knew where it was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which after that, Doc did respond to the Twitch ban where he admitted to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we go down here to the comments, and even Steven Crowder pointed out that he edited out minor, but then put it back in. I didn't see this beforehand. I don't know if that's fully true or not. But if you want to go through and read this whole thing, you can. It's posted on his X account. He goes in and he talks about the whole lawsuit between him and Twitch. Him, like I said, him admitting, and that he wants. He says he's not going to disappear. Right here in the last line, they want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. But he claims he's on vacation. Now, there are reports that he didn't actually go on vacation, that he was actually arrested. Don't fully know.
Right.
Nothing's officially dropped on it, and I don't really care a whole lot to research in to see if there's an arrest report for him.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting that a YouTube page called Call of Shame says that it's unconfirmed, but it's reported that the minor was actually a former Twitch employee pretending to be a 17-year-old girl and trying to bait the Doc with entrapment techniques while the ex-Twitch mods illegally recorded it all. They were all fired soon after and sued by the Doc's legal team. Doesn't fucking matter, does it?
No. And I
shouldn't be messaging a fucking minor. You shouldn't be out there cheating on your wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know. He in this tweet, he goes, were there messages with an individual minor? Yes. The real intentions behind these messages, were there real intentions behind the messages? No. It doesn't fucking matter. You did it. Doesn't matter if there was an actual intent there or not. They were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Listen, bro, you do that to my daughter.
Leaning anyway.
You do that to my daughter, and I'm coming for you.
Yeah. You know what? If a fan wants to message you and goes, "Hey, I really like your content, this and that," that's all innocent. That's all well and good.
Right.
But when you start making little hints to things and nodding and nods, nah, bro. None of this flies. None of this matters. It doesn't matter if it was Twitch staff setting you up or not. Why, with your position, with your influence, with your power, with your money, why would you even want to risk any of it?
Right. Like, you have the world.
In today's world, there's always going to be haters trying to bring you down.
Yeah.
Always keep your head on a fucking swivel.
Well, here's the thing. Like, in our comments, Davi's talking about it, but Dr. D was a great streamer. He had a great personality on stream. Didn't really, wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but that's what made him the Doc. Like, he
was a little obnoxious. He was a little loud.
He carried a gravitas about him, but that was his character. Like, that's who he was.
Everywhere
meant to be.
He went, he had on the mullet wig, the glasses, and the mustache.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the mustache might be real.
The world will never know. But he says now, from a moral standpoint, I'll take responsibility. It should never entertain those conversations. That's on me. Blah, 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 blah.
They always say this shit when they get caught.
And then he goes on to say, now with all that said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all these remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Were you talking to an underage person? Were you suggesting sexually suggestive things, then guess what?
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. That doesn't matter if she was 17 years and 364 days.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The Cash Me Outside girl, everybody that was buying her OnlyFans when she turned 18 and was watching and waiting, guess what? I look at them all as PDF files too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
If you're just sitting there waiting for that opportunity, nah, man.
And then there's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't label me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. I don't know, man. It's not really an exaggeration. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing, like you said, red flags all over it. And one of the things that I think Doc did turn around and sue Twitch for the use of recording whispers. I don't think that there was any people that set him up. I don't think any of that actually happened. I just think that
Well,
that they weren't supposed to be recording the
I mean,
whispers.
we would need to see the TOS on Whispers. Dude, let's not be dumb here.
Whispers were never a thing. Were never physically a thing. They never actually came out to the general public. They
So
never
they were
made it.
just available to the big streamers.
It never made it out of beta, basically.
Hmm.
You know, but yeah, like I don't know. It just he goes on and he says he does these things and then says that he's not that. Like he just goes back and forth. Like it's contradictory.
Yeah. But there's one more thing to add to it. Well, actually, we have two more things to add to it, but this is another level of it. Deserto put out an article about the whole Doc thing on June 25th. Shortly after, a trans adult worker, Lena Love, put out a short video with showing the receipts that Lena had been in contact with Dr. Disrespect, where there was an agreement that if Lena sent him private cam videos, he made promises of partnerships.
Yeah.
After Lena sent him the videos, he blocked Lena. And this is all in the video that Lena shared in response to the Deserto article on X that we have on screen right now. So you can go in, you can look at it for yourself, read it. It's going to be a little much for Rob to keep like pausing and unpausing.
Yeah, you can go.
Because
You can
Lena
do it yourself.
Lena scrolls through them pretty fast for you to read them all. Once again, with your power, with your authority, with your influence and money, why the fuck you gonna fucking risk all this for this dumb shit?
Yeah.
Like fucking seriously. Seriously, you're gonna risk it all.
Bro, sitting on top
He's
of the world.
fucking
Literally on top of the world. Doing
on
what we
top
all
of the world.
doing what we all want. We got having a good family, a good wife, kids, playing video games
Yeah.
for a living, what we all want to do.
Yeah.
And then you do some dumb shit like this.
Even when as far as to then, okay, like I've had enough of all these multiplayer games. I'm gonna help start a studio and make my own.
Yeah.
Which he got cut from that.
Yeah.
He claims that he
left.
stepped down.
Yeah.
But
I think
he got news from being ejected from the board
yeah.
on stream because he was playing the Elden Ring DLC when he got the news.
Yeah.
So, but there was one last string to cut because, okay, now he lost everything on Twitch. He lost his game studio. Who knows what's going to go on with his marriage? I imagine, given his money, his wife may hang around. Don't know. I don't know if he got married before the fame or if it was after the fame.
Right.
If the wife was before his fame, she's probably just going to bounce and good as she should. If she came after the fame, she ain't going anywhere. We all know what she's there for then. I'm not saying that's what's going on.
Right. We don't know that, but
Yeah, just given what I've seen in today's world.
yeah.
But the last string, because YouTube cut him as well, Rogue Company pulls all Dr. Disrespect content. And I pulled this one from IGN. I don't know why they decided to add this at the end of it. They offered Rogue Bucks refunds rather than real money. Okay.
Yeah.
But High Res Studios, they pulled all Dr. Disrespect content from Rogue Company. I never even played Rogue Company. I don't care about these shooter games anymore. Pretty much all these shooter games to me anymore, they all look like looter shooters, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it pretty much is. But I mean, it was a free to play first person or third
If it's
person,
a free to
whatever.
play, I can see them throwing in microtransactions and stuff and being a looter shooter type.
I mean, yeah, trying to make a little bit of money.
Getting people hyped for the loop is how you make your money back on that game.
Right. You know how many people bought that $20 character skin?
Yeah. So, but that was it. That was his. Oh, I forgot to also add into this. He also had a bunch of partners and sponsors like Turtle Beach, 2K, and the San Fran 49ers.
Yeah.
The NFL team. They all cut him. So.
Yeah. Well, you can't blame him. I don't.
I don't blame them either.
You know, us both being girl dads,
had
like
the keys. Yeah, motherfucker had the keys to the kingdom. And that's the bigger part right there.
he fucked around and he found out.
Yeah, he fucked around and he found out. Fucking messaging, playing around, messaging younger girls. Fucking stupid. And now, and now moving on to another idiot who's been around.
Our stream is full of idiots today.
Dude, it baffles me. Oh, and by the way, it's Keemstar.
Oh yeah.
He's the owner of Drama Alert.
Yeah. They were setting up the ring for Alyssa Mercante.
Who was going to pay for the setup for the boxing match between it was Vera Dark.
Yeah.
That's who wanted to fight Alyssa Mercante in the ring. But this is a guy, this is another guy who had the keys to the kingdom. Boogie 2988. And Rob, you might want to go to the I put the links out of order.
Okay.
The other link is the video to his crypto scam thing. And yes, I know I kind of ruined it there. That's Boogie 2988 has got himself wrapped up in another crypto scam. You know, crypto. What made him lose all of his money?
Yeah.
Boogie is, and if you don't know, which everybody I think knows, Boogie is a man who's been around since the early years of YouTube.
The conception of YouTube.
Yeah. He, like many other of the OG YouTubers, he was posting a lot of Magic the Gathering content. He made this kind of angry character, Francis, where he would go on like rants and, you know, have little arguments during Magic the Gathering matches. And built up this massive audience, this massive name for himself. Multi-million subscriber channel, living the life, got wrapped up in crypto, put it all into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I think he bought when it was just starting to go down. And that's how he lost all of his money.
Well,
So then
no. He lost all his scam, like not his scam, the scam he got like caught up in. How he lost his money. It was a crypto scam just like this one, but basically, people are like, "Oh, buy into it, and he bought into it, and then the people who owned a majority of the shares sold out when it reached a peak. Yeah, they dumped a pump and dump. Is what it is. They pump the stock up and then they dump it.
Oh. So I don't remember the name of the company that did that to him the first time, but this time around it was a different company. It was a guy that people knew about that was known for pump and dump crypto scams. And he was warned about it. I think CoffeeZilla warned him. And if I don't know if you know who CoffeeZilla is.
Yeah.
But dude is smart. He knows his stuff. And he's actually found himself on the business end with one of the Paul brothers.
Oh,
who's
yeah.
always running crypto scams. Like to the point where there's threats of like lawsuits against Coffee from him.
Yeah. So yeah, basically Boogie got involved in that, whatever it was years ago and lost a bunch of money from his Magic the Gathering days.
No, it wasn't a bunch, dude. It was pretty much everything.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like that was a big reason why he took this crypto scam was because now he has cancer.
Supposedly.
His medical bills are falling behind.
Allegedly.
He has medications that cost hundreds of dollars every month that he has to take.
Maybe.
He says Mercy is the hospital.
There's a bunch of Mercies though.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's all the same Mercy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I was going to say because
no, it's
Mercy,
not the same Mercy as
Mercy,
here.
Which is it was Mercy, but it was bought. I think it was taken over by UPMC.
It was. I was born at Mercy Hospital.
Yeah, so was my daughter.
So was my kids. Yeah, both my kids.
Yeah,
well, two of the three.
They absolutely rake people over the coals. So if it was the same Mercy, I wouldn't be surprised that his medications are costing as much as they are.
Well, the medications wouldn't even come down to what hospital he was at. That would just come down to his health care. Does he have UPMC out? Whatever. And let me tell you, as somebody who, my close immediate family is going through cancer treatment right now. My mom is just like going through it. And it is expensive, but there's also all kinds of programs that you can be on. There's all kinds of help for it. I don't want to hear that, all these medical bills are backing up because they still have to treat you. They're not going to not treat you. Like, that's against the law. So.
Yeah, because then, like, as I know that they've done, they just get to write it off on taxes, and then the government, the tax dollars go to covering it.
Right.
So either way, we're all going to get to pay for Boogie's medical treatments.
Yeah. So,
but to get to the story of it, this company reached out, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm sure we could pull it up here, but they reached out to Boogie about doing this fatty token, which prompted Boogie to take on this persona of the opposite Andrew Tate. He did this whole video where he was shirtless with his girlfriend, Um, and it was hilarious, dude. I don't know if you could find it now because, like
I
I said,
can't.
Boogie scrubs the internet to eliminate any evidence of him.
Yeah.
His video, instead of smoking a cigar, it's a Slim Jim. He doesn't have a cigar. He has a Slim Jim holding like a cigar in his video. He's shirtless, um, which you know how big Boogie is. It's kind of scary. And then his his girlfriend, who's about the size of his arm,
Yeah.
is just sitting there in her bathing suit playing on her phone. And he goes on this whole rant about,
You
how
want to lose
he's
money? Buy this coin. Da 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 da. You
well,
want to?
that's how it all started and stuff. And then it was I have all this token and I'm burning it so that way it's a lot harder for you to be a broke fat fuck like me.
Yeah.
He was just doing the whole self-loathing shtick about it.
Yeah.
It's very annoying because it's a story that's hard to put together. You literally have to use the Wayback Machine website to try and pull as much information as possible. He fucking scrubs that much
Yeah.
to try and clear his name.
But there's
But
this.
apparently his subscribers have lost over $3 million in fatty token.
Yeah. So he had this.
And he got paid 10 grand from the guy that was
So
running the whole scheme.
what it was they came up with this I can't remember the website. It might have been pumpandump.com or something like that. Like
Yeah.
Fun and Dump or something like that. I don't know. But it was something stupid like that. And what it was is they were like, okay, we'll give you $5,000 now. You make this video, you push it for a week, and then we'll give you the other 5,000.
Yeah.
So what they did was, he went on and he made this video and they gave him $5,000. Well, then he pushed it for a week and, all of his, what it was supposed to be, what he thought it was that, it was a key to get into a private server to talk with them and hang out with them and, make jokes and everything that you can already do on his Discord. But, you could pay $1 or whatever it was per coin in the beginning to get in on it. Well, then like people started buying it, and then it got popular because he's pushing it. I mean, he has a following. So as it starts growing, more people start pushing it. Well, then you see it on the trading apps. Oh, hey, look, this coin's getting big, and everybody wants the Dogecoin effect. It's where they're going to start dumping $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 into this, so that they can just sell it off and get rich, like that. A lot of people did on Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then as it starts going up, you have these investors, himself included, because I did see that he had originally he only had one coin, and then he only had 100 coins, and then I see like the thing that I seen was him selling off like 30,000 coins, and the people that did this sold off all their coins. So then it starts decelerating. It's a downward trend. So everybody else sees it downward trending. You're going to sell it so that you don't lose your money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not everybody can sell at the same time. So a bunch of people ended up losing somewhere to the tune of $3 million. And then Boogie's like, well, I didn't know that's what they were going to do. How was I supposed to know? Meanwhile, this is the same exact scam that he got taken for, a year prior?
Yeah.
And he just put his fans through it. Now, like you said, he went through and he scrubbed everything that he could off of this. And I don't know. It's just, this is the shady shit that we...
Yeah. I mean, if you pull up his Twitter account, and he has it pinned, it's an apology Said if any fans come forward and can show me they lost money on that coin, I will gladly apologize to them. I will try to do more than just apologize and see what else I can do to make you whole. But he already said he's not giving the money back. It's already gone. He already spent it all on his medication and back medical bills and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go through. It's 4 or 5 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more like 2-3 paragraphs. But I'm not going to waste everybody's time just reading it verbatim.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what I mean?
so if you guys want to read more into it, go look up Boogie 2988 on
Yeah.
X or Twitter or whatever we're calling this site now.
Yeah, and he has it pinned. But it is pretty shitty that he's just. Yeah, I mean, here's the apology, but I'm not. Don't bother me about anything else on it.
Yeah.
So, but as a final wrap up for tonight's show, I don't think I'm not going to say Alanah Pierce is a piece of shit for this, and we are going to. It's there is nothing written on it. It's just 2 YouTube videos.
Yeah.
There's a lot of miscommunication on the whole thing. Oh God, Rob, that face popped up on.
What? Yeah.
So TLDR on the whole thing. Alanah Pierce was talking about how people on Steam were giving bad reviews saying that the DLC is too hard. It's not too hard. You can make it easier by just exploring the map and finding these special items, and it'll boost your damage negation and raise your damage output. Okay, cool. But near the end of it, she talks about how she's a big advocate for accessibility in gaming. She does consulting for accessibility. She did accessibility consulting on God of War Ragnarok. She's involved with some game awards show for accessibility and stuff like that. It's just something she feels strongly on because she has some medical problems herself to give her a bit of a disability. My problem is
Situational disabilities.
yeah, she says that being a parent as a gamer is a situational disability. And the internet fucking ran with it. You saw all these reactionary channels. I think they cut her whole I want to say it was like a 18-minute video. And they cut it down to like a minute and a half.
Short form.
Of just her saying that part.
Yeah.
What's that?
The short form content.
Yeah. I probably should have just grabbed the clip of just that part and pulled it up. But my problem lies in not that she said that, not that she says that being a parent is a disability. The thing everybody ran with was parenting is a responsibility, not a disability. Yeah. She's also going off of a chart that is an insider published piece for Microsoft.
Yeah.
Now, this chart that I made sure I shared it to Rob so he could pull it up. It's you have permanent, temporary, and situational disabilities. Now, she does go over this in the full clip. So people just cut her down so they could kind of go after her a little bit about this. I do blame her for not showing that chart.
Where did you put that? Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. My bad. Good.
What'd you find?
The chart. I
Oh,
couldn't figure out where it was at.
okay.
I found it.
And someone in her comment section on X, she made a post about it, and the guy shared this, and it's like, well, not everybody has access to that chart. This isn't something that was Microsoft didn't publish this for everyone to see.
Right.
This is insider stuff for when you're writing things, when you're designing the game and you have accessibility in mind. As a parent myself, shouldn't be playing these fucking games when your kids are up anyways. You should be paying attention to your kids. You should be doing something. That's why my thing is I go to work, I take care of my family. When my kids are in bed,
then it's you time.
Then it's me time. Then I go down, I play Final Fantasy 14, or I play a FromSoft game. The only FromSoft game that has a pause screen is Sekiro.
Well, that's not entirely true either, though. There are ways to...
Yes. Okay. So if you go to the item help section of Elden Ring, it will pause the game. But I don't think it'll pause it for online play.
I'm not 100% sure.
No, that is a well-known thing for pausing Elden Ring is you just open up your inventory, then you hit, I think it's square for item help if you're playing on PlayStation. But if you just open the item help menu, it'll pause the game, even in the middle of a boss fight.
Now, see,
I think it does bother me that people just run with this. That they cut her down. They cut down the whole thing she was talking about just to get that minute and a half, 2 minutes, so that they could all try and like drag her.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what it is, they got to spin it in their light. We could take that video apart and do the opposite. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. A little more could have been done to be more clear and open about this.
Right.
Especially knowing that she has access to information with developers that not everybody else does.
A majority of people don't.
And I see this a lot on social media. People will have the response of, "Oh, we'll just do a little bit of digging." No, nobody
should have to.
Nobody has to research every little thing she says. There's no obligation,
right,
that people should have to dig into every little thing that she says. As being the original presenter of it, she has the obligation to post the information.
Now, here's something that I kind of take issue with, and this is on the other foot. This isn't against her. This is actually like for her. It kind of it is against her too, I guess. But see, not every game's made for everybody. I understand liking a game and wanting to play a game, but you have responsibilities as an adult. You have responsibilities as anybody, really, that, if you can't enjoy the game the way it's meant to be enjoyed, you either deal with that or you play something else that you can enjoy in that time being.
Yeah.
I mean, Bren, how many games, with both of our kids did we play while still taking care of our kids? How many nights were there that
we stuck to games that we knew could be paused,
or that we could sit there and we could bounce with our foot, in the bouncer, or do whatever we needed to do to take care of the kid. And at the end of it all, it's just a game. Like, your kid's your life, not your game. So if you got to die to a boss, then maybe plan it out a little bit so that and listen, kids are very especially younger kids are very schedule oriented. The baby's going to eat in an hour, so maybe don't go into that boss fight in 45 minutes.
I always wait till the end of the night. If I know it's going to be an online game or a game that can't be paused, I wait till the end of the night when I know I don't have any responsibilities. Everything's done.
Right. You are a responsible
And like
gamer.
she's like, well, if you have a 2-year-old and you got to set the controller down to go die from them to stop them from doing something. Once
Maybe,
again, this is going to be a possibility. Why would you start a game that can't be paused?
right. What you are not the responsible. You're not being a responsible gamer, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much the lieu of every story tonight is taking responsibility and owning up for you.
Responsibility for actions.
Yeah, and the lack thereof from all these people.
That's why I said, like, you can't fully blame her. As in, she's only going off of she works with game developers.
Right.
She has the insider info on stuff like this. Because, as she pointed out, when people hear the word disability, they think of physically disabled, like wheelchair bound, missing an arm. Whereas, according to this chart, game developers use stuff a little more like the chart. It broken down and categorized.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we as gamers or as consumers of the content and stuff, we have no obligation to do research into what she says.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe that's just my take on it. I don't know.
No, I agree.
But that was the big thing for me was, well, you talk to any reasonable, responsible gamer parent, we don't fucking play online games when we know our kids are up.
Yeah.
If my son goes down for a nap, I still don't jump on an online game.
Yeah.
One, his nap could be half an hour to an hour and a half long.
Yeah. You don't know
He
how
could
much time
suddenly
you got.
wake up. Yeah. He could suddenly wake up, and then what? Oh no. All right, listen. I got other games that can be paused. I'll just jump on one of those, and when he goes to bed for good that night, then I'll jump onto my online games.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of look at it this way. I have a 1-year-old and I have a 14-year-old. You want to enjoy those younger years. You really do. You want to enjoy those younger years. So maybe hold off on the gaming, because guess what? When they get to that older stage, the teenage stage, they don't want anything to do with you. They're teenagers. They want to do their own thing. They want to be left alone. You're going to look back and you're going to miss those years, those younger years. And guess what? You don't get them back. You don't get to do them over. Enjoy it while it's there. So maybe put the fucking controller down and worry about your kid first.
Physically.
I promise you there is time for gaming at the end of the night.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Well, in comments, Davi even says that too. He's like, I agree too. There are games and games. I cannot play Dota during my lunch because each match is like 40 to 50 minutes long, but I can play a casual game that can be stopped and paused at any time needed. It's more about yourself and your available time to do it. I stopped to play Dota when my kid was a baby. I returned to Dota after 4 years because my kid grew enough that I had time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what being a responsible parent is, a responsible gamer.
And that's one thing I enjoy about 14, Final Fantasy 14, is you have the harder core stuff, you have the story that you can't really pause and stuff. I do that stuff at night.
Yeah.
During the day when I have some downtime,
Farming,
I'll get on there, maybe do a
crafting.
little bit of crafting, a little bit of gathering, maybe bust out a couple little mini side quests, build some experience points, maybe a level on a subclass, stuff like that. Be a little more reasonable about your time.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't tell you the number of people my age that play 14. And we used to be in a free company with them, dude, years ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Wild Rose free company?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple of Steve's friends that were also parents.
Yeah.
They played 14 while their toddlers and shit ran around. The fuck is wrong with you?
Well, like I said, I mean, again, it becomes down to responsibilities, though, because, like, there were times that we did it. There was times that I did it, that, you know, my six-year-old daughter, you know, running around doing whatever, but I'm not going through a 24-man raid or a 12-man raid. We're just doing simple story stuff.
Something that we can just put the controller down and
Yeah.
walk away. But
there's nothing wrong with,
for the most part, I try not to like game and stuff.
yeah.
Unless it's like a down weekend and I've spent the last several days with my kids. Yeah, you can run off and play by yourself for a couple minutes. I'm gonna relax on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But again, that's situational. Huh?
Oh my god. Fuck. Fuck, the logic just got thrown back in my face. God damn it.
And on that bombshell, good night.
Yeah.
Fred's like,
But
I'm
at
done.
least when I did that, I still didn't play online games. I did very slow-paced games, like
Yeah.
fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But the long and short of it is, these people are fucking assholes for clipping her and just trying to make her look
Taking
bad.
it out of context.
At the same time, she also has the responsibility to post all the information. As I said, that Microsoft chart, it's not something that's readily available to everybody.
Right.
So she had the moral obligation to post all of that, not wait till it was blowing up in her face, and then she did a response video.
Backpedal.
But we are going to call it here. This is everything I got everything off that I wanted to talk about, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I agree 100%.
Yeah, good. We will, this exact note sheet that Rob has been showing you on screen, all these links will be in the description. So you can all go in and check these out yourself. We're not the Google Doc link, Rob. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. You think I would do that?
But we don't want to give people a back door into
Yeah.
being able to hack us and stuff.
Yeah. And then I'll also try and break it down, you know, chapter by chapter, Kataku and disrespect and all that. So you could jump around the video if you guys want. And then we're going to break it down into some smaller videos.
The good thing is our boy Lucas,
Boom.
he has agreed to help us with that because he is such a great man.
A gentleman and a scholar.
He's refused payment and has actually acted offended that I offered payment to him.
He said that he just wants to be on the show and he'll be happy enough. So we'll put him to work.
But if you hung around this whole time, thank you very much for listening to our mindless rambling and venting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we would rather do this than see a therapist about what bothers us.
Come sit on the couch.
Yeah. Come sit on the casting couch. Wink, wink.
Wow.
Bah.
But yeah, so if you guys do like this, you know, come check out our Facebook and our Discord and everything. Links will be in the description for that as well. You know, come check out some of our other YouTube videos. Again, like I said at the beginning, Bren's always doing a cool project or ranting about something, showing off his massive backlog. You know, so
narcissistically showing off my backlog.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Get it right.
I don't judge, man. I don't judge. I just report the facts. But yes,
Hopefully, you'll be doing that for a big
I know,
multi-million
right?
dollar corporation.
I know, right? But no,
Better fill that
seriously,
out.
thank you guys. We appreciate it. The biggest thing you could do for us if you do enjoy this is like, subscribe, and share for us. You know, get it out there. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your Grammy and your auntie and your uncle. Wow, I said combined words there. Your auntie and your uncle. Uh, and just come hang out with us. Chat, you know. Davi, we appreciate you. Thanks for being here. But as always, guys, we'll catch you at the warp point.
Peace.